Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Super Talk. Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Super Talk. My name is Jay Gonzalez. I'm superintendent of schools for HCISD. Excited about today's Super Talk. We have Demond Wilson here, who is the co-host and also runs a conservatory, actor in residence, and we have a very special guest. I know that for us to know that we had a NASA engineer in the building was something special, so we thought let's get a Super Talk going so we can introduce her to the community. And I know there's a lot of kids out there that want to be in the area of working for NASA, being engineers and things around science and physics and things of that sort. So we're blessed to have Allison Westover with us, who has been with NASA for many years. So we're excited to have you here. Tell us your story. Excited. So what question do you have for our NASA engineer, Demond? What are you wondering?
First of all, I think that this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity, and it's an honor to have you here. And one thing that I thought about with you for today is, when you were a kid, did you ever imagine that your life would turn out like it is? Like, did you ever see yourself, shooting for the stars and being in the position that you're in? How did you kind of get to where you are?
Yes, I absolutely did. Ever since I was a little kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. I even went to space camp whenever I was in junior high in Huntsville, Alabama. And I just was always fascinated by, of course, Sally Ride being our first female in space, and just wanted to be doing it.
Wow.
And I have a little girl, and her name's Samantha, and she's in 5th grade right now. So there's a lot of little girls that are going to check out the Super Talk. There's moms and dads, and it's just going to be something that's going to take off across the community. So what advice do you have for little girls that want to follow in your footsteps?
Yes, I would say don't give up exploring. Like, explore things, try things out, things that you might think, oh, gosh, I don't know if I would have the skill to do that. Just get in it and try it, because you never know. And you might find that you really love something that you might not have thought otherwise. So definitely do that. Seek different kinds of science and math opportunities. Be curious and try to explore things.
And what about to the moms and dads? Because I'm thinking, man, that's something special to know that I can't imagine how proud your parents are of you, and how many barriers you've broke down, and you just kind of making things possible for those that may have thought, well, it's not traditional, but we have an example of that. So to the moms and dads, what advice do you have for them?
I would just say look for all kinds of opportunities for your kids. Get out there and share some and learn yourself, about new things. Neither one of my parents were really big into science and math. They were more on the business side of things. And but they just knew I had this passion for it. So, my mom would always go out and try to find me different videos I could watch about space. My dad was like, if we were on a vacation, he would always look, to see, was there something in the area that might pique my interest, for the science and the math component. And so I just think they just had a lot of encouragement, and just trying to find those opportunities for me.
So can you tell us what all do you do, so that the audience knows kind of what all does your job encompass?
Sure. So my job right now, I'm with NASA Hunch. I am a program manager for a health and biomedical engineering program, and also a program manager for a culinary and nutrition science program. So I also certify all of our hardware, which means I have to, anything that is going to go up into space, I have to make sure it's safe, and that we have the right materials, that we don't have anything that could hurt the astronauts. So there's a lot of different kinds of board meetings and things that I have to go to, so that I can, prove that our materials are safe and good for the astronauts for whenever they're up there using it. And then right now I get to work with students all over the country and help them design things and consult them on, hey, I think this would be a great idea to try to send this up. And so I do a lot of that. I've been in NASA Hunch for the past 13 years. But prior to that, I was working in doing things in mission control, working to train the astronauts, working in the biotechnology group for our future long-duration space missions. So I've kind of been around the block when it comes to the different kinds of projects and activities at NASA.
And to the moms and dads out there, we're partnering with NASA. We mentioned Hunch. What can parents expect that their children are going to experience as our partnership with NASA moves forward?
Well, they're going to definitely get to experience that their kids are having a lot of hands-on type of activities. They are getting to explore real-world problems that we have, that whether it's our engineering staff, our scientists, our flight doctors, all of that, what they are going through and what they need help solving. And so these students are actually going to be able to work towards solving a real problem that is needed. And so I think they are just going to learn so much along the way and have fun with it, which is really what we want them to do too, is we want them to have fun and enjoy what they're doing.
That's special. So to all the moms and dads out there, just know that HCISD is partnering with NASA. We're going to move this forward. We're going to bring learning to life. We're going to take these concepts and really just look at it from a perspective of not only the scientific method in solving problems and hypothesizing and things of that sort at a local level, but really taking these concepts and seeing how they can benefit our astronauts at the National Space Station. So that's big time.
That's incredible.
We didn't have anything like that when I was in
No.
school. So just to know that this is going on, how can we tie this to theater? I mean, has Hunch ever come together with some kind of production? Because we have an expert here in storytelling. So is there an idea how we can bring this story to life and tell the world how we can make this happen? What are you thinking, Devon?
Well, I mean, first of all, I think about, we've done plays about, for example, the teacher that went into space and the Challenger.
Krista McAuliffe.
Krista McAuliffe. We've done things like that before, where we've shown, like in Hidden Figures, that movie. We've done plays about those sorts of things, and so I think if we had some sort of a curriculum where not only are they building those things, but then we're also doing a play about some of those things, because they bring those aspects into that, then that kind of brings what they're doing to life in a whole different medium. One of the most important things that ever happened to me in college was studying Galileo. And we were studying the life of Galileo in our theater class while I was reading about Galileo's writing in English. And then in science, we were studying the stars at that time. And I began to realize that all of a sudden Galileo came to life for us, because you're hitting people on all of those different levels. And so I think we most definitely can team up and make something like that happen when you are making that happen for our students, which is an incredible opportunity.
Absolutely. And also being able to show, like when we have our students, and hopefully we'll have several from the Rio Grande Valley, that will come in and be able to come to Johnson Space Center and show their work that they've done for the year. And they get to meet, the astronauts. And so having something that highlights that would be good too.
Can't wait to do that. I think we'd be the first district to tell the story of NASA Hunch and how it originated and how it came about and how it's really having an impact across the country. And I think there's something to storytelling. And if we can capture the essence of that, we'd love to do that. But speaking of college, what was your pathway? What are your degrees in?
Sure. So I went to Texas A&M University, and I got my degree in biomedical engineering, and I have a minor in electrical engineering. I really loved the program that I had. I think they've added a ton more since I graduated. I've even said I'd like to go back and get my degree again, because they have so many cool things that they're adding in over there. But I also had some different opportunities whenever I was in college, being able to work as an undergraduate in a graduate laboratory. And so that kind of opened my eyes to like the electrical engineering side of the house and kind of pulled me that way.
And I was just thinking, I'm going to get home and my little boys are going to say, but Dad, you asked her for Sammy. What about us? I have two little boys. So there's no way I'm going to let you leave without asking. I mentioned little girls, but I think the same advice is for little boys. So I just want to open it up. Boys, girls.
Yes.
What piece of advice do you have for kids that want to follow in your footsteps?
Just really, look into it, explore, and get their hands, quote, dirty with it, I mean, don't think that anything can't be done, and definitely know that the sky is not the limit, especially when it talks to going to space.
Let me ask this: what is your favorite part about your job?
Oh my gosh. The favorite part about my job right now is that I get to travel all around the country and see all these wonderful students with these wonderful ideas that they have. I mean, they're so creative and inventive. They don't have anybody telling them it can't be done. And so I really like that. So that is probably my most favorite part of my job.
Wow.
Well, on behalf of HCISD administration, the entire team, our school board, thank you for spending time with us today. I know that your story is inspirational, and I just want you to know that you're part of the HCISD family. Anytime you're in the Valley, please come by. We're committed to NASA Hunch, and we're going to do all we can to be on the cutting edge and move forward. So to all the viewers, all the moms and dads, and all the kids out there, I hope that you enjoyed this Super Talk, and I hope you took something from it. So you have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for being here.